Yo, I know who this is. Big Papa Diesel. I'm back. Had a little hiatus. Personal stuff amidst this virus crap going on. Everybody's trying to get prepared to get back on an even keel with the world, so everything can get back to normal as much as normal can be. This is worse than 9/11, but it's neither here nor there. Took a small break. I apologize. I'm back. Do my best to be as consistent as possible. So there's this new thing on the news. It's been going on for about a few weeks, maybe a month, maybe a little bit longer, because they say that it was an old um, event that had happened, and it was the young man who was murdered, allegedly murdered. I forget where, and you know why I forget where? You know why I don't know his name? Because I don't give a crap. And you know why I don't give a crap? Because there's something fishy about this whole entire story. Okay, and I'm going to start it off with, did you see the previous video before the murder? This is like, I don't know if it's months or weeks, but it was prior to that. And he allegedly is this good guy, goes jogging, but he was in the hood, doing hood dude stuff. He was in the park. He wasn't doing anything wrong, but the police allegedly harassed him, but he came off like he wanted to be murdered. And every time I see those videos, it's like, listen, man, if I was a cop, it's like I might pop you too, because I don't know what you're doing. It's like common sense, self-preservation. You want to live, right? All that frustration, I'm upset, get out of here. Like, I'm from Brooklyn. I've been stopped by the cops. I've been slightly harassed, but all that stuff you see on TV, I swear to God, it really don't happen like that. They trying to catch a collar. They want to bag you so they can get an extra commendation, look good, move up in the stations. I've been harassed. I got arrested for walking down the street before, jumped on by a bunch of cops. They were prejudiced. The dude who started it, like, he said some stuff, but all these murders, it's like, listen, these cops jumped on me. I'm not gonna lie, when they jumped on me, this dude was underneath the pile, and I was kind of giving him a little bit, so he could feel it. But I wasn't trying to die. They tried to jump me in the precinct. They tried to beat me up outside the precinct. I had lots of fights with with police officers, and there was no time that they ever hurt me, like could physically, were able to. No, but at the same time, even though I know that, I'm not trying to, have, what is it, suicide by cop. And that's what it looks like this kid had an issue with. Like, he was listening to Lil Uzi Vert and all the other guys. I want to die. It's like, well, I guess you wanted to, fool. And so then allegedly he gets caught by these two dudes who, if you don't know, the father was the ex-cop. I don't know if he was retired or just an ex-cop. But that's what they're saying on the news. And then there's the guy who did the recording of the video who was arrested. The other two are arrested, but now the guy who recorded it was arrested. It's like, I mean, this thing is screaming psyop. You got one incident that happened prior, and then you have the incident which led to his alleged demise. Okay, where's this kid? Where's the parents? And everybody's running around with these fake arguments, with these fake excuses. I mean, I see these guys, they try to build their little platforms, and they're on that, big black power, jock riding, riding the bandwagon, but nobody, discusses the reality of the situation. And a lot of the times, I see a lot of these dudes on these platforms talking about this black power wave riding. They look like chumps. They never been in the street to stop to get harassed by the police. So how do you know what's really going on? All that crap about, it's not reality. All right, 2% of America's population of African American, quote unquote, whatever you want to call us, it's 2% that are the hood boogers, and they're running around creating hysteria and stuff in their own situations, and people are like, these are black people. It's like, no, that's 2%. So the 98%, you're not even seeing. Why? What did the chick say in The Matrix? The other ones, they're invisible, doing what they were meant to do. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know that they were there. And it's like, that's what's happening. Where are the most black people, like the country with the most black people? Does anyone know? I'm sure most people don't. Do you know that it's the United States of America? Yes, not Africa. Not anywhere else that you can assume. It is the United States of America. Sounds a little weird, right? That's why you see so many hood boogers, because you only see the 2% because the other ones are doing what they were meant to do. So all this crap about black people, quote unquote, being harassed, stopped, and it happens, but it doesn't happen on the scale that people say. Yeah, it happens in the areas of the 2%. So it's like, yeah, because why? Those are high whatever traffic, crime, yada yada. Those are the areas that they focus on more. But it's only the 2%. And the people who are part of the 98% live there too, and they don't get harassed. Sometimes stuff happens. I'm telling you the truth. Why? I know, because I experienced it. A lot of these guys are talking out of their ass, and I mean, it's all fake. It's like a stage play, and they want you to believe that crap. Most of these videos I see with these young black men being killed, I saw like 2 or 3 where it was like, yo, that was murder, and the rest of them, it was some idiot who was committing suicide by cop. And I mean, I'm all for my peoples, but if you want to be an idiot, you can be an idiot by yourself. But and I'm not caping for any other ethnic group of people for any other reason. Sorry about the noise. I'm actually sitting in my car, so you hear some cars driving by. But that's just the reality. If you get butt hurt behind what I'm saying, you don't know. And I don't care how you feel. As a matter of fact, get off my channel, because there's nothing that you can say to convince me. It's like this kid. I know him. I love him. Young Caucasian male. He is involved in some gang affiliation. On top of that, he has a mental condition. And he assumed, because some weirdo told him, that the reason why dudes sag their pants is because they're afraid and they need help. No, that was the homosexuals signaling to other people who are booty bandits in prison that the booty is on the market. And when I was young growing up, all of the OGs, all of the men, the dudes whose nuts was hanging and they was busting heads if need to, and they were men's men for their family, they always said to pull your pants up, keep your pants up. That was a homosexual thing. So whoever told this guy something, and he believed it, but I give him a pass because he has a mental condition, and so someone was trying to take advantage of him and turn him to their side. Ain't no situation ever when no dudes are running around with their ass hanging out talking about they were afraid they need help. Why you in the street still if you afraid? Get your ass up out of here. What they said, if you scared, get a dog. This whole situation is crazy. A lot of these dudes are soft, cowards, pushovers. They don't know what's going on. You tell them something, you put it on TV, they're like, this is real. Most of this stuff is Hollywood. Nobody talks about the young Caucasian girl who was pregnant who got murdered by the cops. That just flies under the bridge. They're murdering us. I've been in prison, jail, not prison, and cops have flipped Caucasian dudes harder, faster, and more frequently than I've seen them flip anybody else, especially people of quote unquote so-called color. And you see it in the streets too. Same thing happens. So all that, I mean, they say, most, how much the prison population is overcrowded with African Americans, quote unquote, black people. We use whatever term you want. None of this stuff is legally binding because I'm just delivering a short message. I'm not saying that that's what they are. So let's put the political stuff to the side and the legal stuff to the side and just talk about, like what is happening. A lot of these Caucasians, there's a high number, and there's a lot more than there are African Americans. The numbers are skewed. The percentages are always marked up. They mark one person as 5 and all that other stuff. And it's like, if you see some of the stuff, that's how it is. And then when you go into these jails and these prisons, they have sections split for the low level gang banging portion of the African American community that are in, you see, I'm still talking political, that are in the prison. And then on the other hand, they have the Caucasian men who may not be racist. They may fear the gang stuff. And then there are the guys who are prejudiced. And then racist is the wrong term to use. Prejudice, bigoted. The racism, it has to be a power thing, which is how the prison and the jail structures are set up in a racist dynamic. But as far as the people, they just get in where they fit in. So you can keep saying that, there's more black people in jail, but That's not the truth, and that's not how the numbers go. So all this crap about this guy, innocent, just jogging. I don't believe he was trying to burglarize anything. I don't believe that he was on a jog. In the other video, he didn't dress like a jogger. People change, but not too often. But the way the situation happened, you got the past situation. They're trying to smear him. I'm not saying he's guilty of burglarizing anything. I'm saying the whole thing is fake. I'm gonna say it again. I'm saying that whole story is fake. I don't believe it. That's why I don't pay attention. That's why I don't even know the dude's name. Why? Because I don't care. I'm not listening to that crap. I'm listening to half the crap that they put out there. I'm supposed to hop, skip, jump through hoops. No. Your mother could do that. Your mother should have swallowed your grandmother should have swallowed your mother. Shit. And it's like, if you hopping on that bandwagon, feel it. And I don't care. And like, don't come here expecting me to sit here and try to play politically correct. What is politically correct? I mean, you want me to just jump on a bandwagon and ride. No, that's what your girl is for. Not me. She hop on it and ride. It's like, if you had half a brain, you would read a book. You would try to find the information yourself. You would look at it critically. How many things you've been involved with that you know? It's like, nah, I ain't doing that. Cops roll up on me. I ain't jumping around getting crazy. They pull out tasers and stuff. Did you see the video when he was in the park? Why? How? The taser sound was going off and he wasn't being shot. So why did they make the taser sound? It was theatrical. They had special effects. But keep going on and keep riding Jack like y'all like to. I like the poom poom. So, with that said, you could do your own research. It's on the news, it's public information. They putting it out there like it's nothing. Look at everything. Like, this don't make sense. Why? Because I know. I'm from the hood. I've been there. I'm just trying to put everything out there in the way that it's supposed to be put, so people can actually, take a look at it from a critical angle. Everybody keeps saying critical thinking. Well, use your brain for more than a hat rack. R.I.P. J. Rue the Damager. Did J. Rue pass? Yeah. Stop playing yourself. Y'all don't remember that song because y'all ain't that old, and most of y'all was too indoctrinated in hood boogery to even figure it out. But anyway, my rant's over. But you know why I came here, right? Because I'm me. I got to do what I got to do, so I represent in the way that I represent. And no, I am not a jock rider, not a bandwagon rider. Do what I got to do for me. Make sure that I keep myself out of trouble, and the people that I love, I try to do the same thing, pull their coat. Everybody makes their own decisions. So, just like I make my decisions, homie made his, and he got murked, allegedly. But I make sure everything remains raw. Papa Diesel, out.